Hey guys, okay, so I know that this is really complicated and it was really hard to understand in the lectures. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna do a demonstration for you. And I'm gonna give you some clues about how this works. So what we're talking about today is the relationship between the sun, the earth, and the moon. And so this bright yellow ball is the sun. Here is our earth. And you'll see right here is us at Winton. And here is our moon. And you'll see that half the moon is always lit brightly and half the moon is dark because this is the side that's always shown to the sun and this is the side that's not, right, Luna? Okay, everybody has to see though, not just you. Here is the globe. Here we are at Winton in California. And as the earth orbits towards the sun, we're not worrying about the moon right now. We're just worrying about the sun. When Winton is on the back side, away from the sun, we are in nighttime. And as the earth continues to turn, here is the dawn. The sun is rising for us. And there we go. We have full sun now. And we go about our day, going to school, seeing Miss Avila, Miss Blair, and hanging out, having dinner, going to bed, going to sleep, or for some of you, playing video games. And then we go around and we wake up in the morning. Here comes the sun again. Now notice we're at an angle away from the sun. And right now, this is actually the way we are in our orbit because the top of the globe is away from the sun. We are in our winter. And South America and below the border, below the equator is summer. We are in winter because we are away from the sun and the bottom is towards the sun and so it is winter. And when we're another spot in our orbit, our angle will be different to the sun, but we never change our position. It's just in the orbit where we are in relationship to the sun. Then it goes this way and then we have summer and then below the equator has winter. Okay, now we've talked about the seasons and a day. Let's talk about the moon. Now we all know that the moon orbits the earth every month. And throughout this time, the moon and the sun and the earth get lined up in different ways. And because of our angle and where the moon is, it's never really quite perfect. We don't have an equinox all the time. But the moon is going around the earth. Half the moon always faces the sun, and so this side of the moon is white because it's got the reflection of the sun on this side of the moon. And it's black on the side that's facing us over here at Winton. When that happens, this is a new moon. This is when the moon is a new moon because it's completely black. And when the moon is completely white for us, and it would have to be over here, right? Because it has to reflect the sun, then the moon is full. So when the full moon is white, because it's reflecting the sun, we have the whole moon we can see. But when the moon is in different spots in the orbit around the earth, for example, when it's here, Mrs. Blair, could you go from the top for a second here?
Sure thing.
Now you can see that the sun is hitting this side of the moon. So half the moon is lit up. This is the dark side of the moon. On Earth, all we can see is half of the moon with the light. And it becomes even less. And this is when it's a gibbous. And it can either be waxing or waning depending on if it's growing or shrinking. When it's going and it's shrinking, like this, then it's a waning moon. But when it's going like this and it's growing, it's a waxing moon. And this is how the moon goes around the earth. So remember, when we have a day, we are rotating around our own orbit. That is a day, 24 hours. We orbit around the sun. That takes a year. The moon goes around the earth in a month, every 27.3 days. And the moon actually rotates around itself. We always see the same side of the moon on Earth. All right, I know you're gonna have questions, so come prepared to talk in class. We'll see you later. Okay guys, so I just wanted to add this little clip here at the end, and I wanted to let you know, now we're in our summer months, which we're not in right now, right? Let's say this is June. You will see that the Earth is, the northern part is tilting towards the sun, and the southern part of the Earth is tilting away. And so this is the winter, and this is our summer. Now, that's all great and dandy, but I have to tell you, I would hate to have Christmas and have it be like 100 degrees outside in the middle of summer. And that's what people in Australia have to put up with. So be thankful, at least we can pretend like it's colder and have hot cocoa.